Yeah, hello. It's Triple B. What you saying, bro? Huh? And any lassies that may be, watching. I think there's only like 3 that have come on the live. But according to my data, 1.5 of me fans are women. Women don't like boxing, so I don't know why they push it. And also, the women in boxing are so whack, but that's another story. I whipped that one to death. Well, not really, because it carries on. They carry on shoving it in our face. So we've got to call it out. But yeah, so there's another story that's come out, yeah. It's by Agron Smakici, yeah, who is a Croatian dude. Now, he's the guy, right? So he's the guy that was allegedly, is the cause of the cancellation or the postponement, let's just say, of the Usyk Tyson Fury fight, which would have happened yesterday. So that's a bit annoying. I'm a bit annoyed. But yeah, so this guy, Agron Smakici, yeah, I mean, what's he all about? Well, let's just, so he allegedly cut Tyson Fury's, eyebrow, and it had to be called out. Now, there's been so much talk about this. It's not really worth reviewing again. Some people say, oh, hang on, in the sparring, it looks like, he hit his chin when the so-called cut happened. Not the top of his eyebrow. And he was wearing a headguard that had Tyson with loads and loads of eyebrow and cheek protection. But and it was said it was an elbow. But there's so many different stories that come out. Smakici says no, it wasn't an elbow. It was a punch. And in the video, it looks like a punch landed on the chin. So I don't quite know how that cut Tyson Fury. And so people saying, oh, maybe he did it himself. I don't know, man. I don't care anymore. It's tiring. It's tiresome. It's all so tiresome. Yeah. And so, Agron Smakici, just to look at him, right? So he's not that bad. He's rated number 2 in Croatia, which doesn't mean a lot. Croatia's a small country. He's not got that many. Boxing's not that big, but Filip Ergovic, obviously, the IBF top dog, is a number 1. Then Smakici and, a bunch of other guys I haven't heard of. Bums, basically. The rest of them are all bums. Journeyman types. But, I suppose what's his face? Babic. Alan Babic should be in there, shouldn't he? He's from Croatian. He's a bridger, but they don't rate that bridger, do they, at BoxRec? I don't know, maybe Babic, when did he last fight Babic? Maybe it's more than a year, that's why he's not there. Whatever, Babic would be supposedly, you'd imagine would be number 3 in Croatia. But yeah, so Smakici, so he's got a good record, and that record seems to indicate he can punch. 20 wins, 18 by big way of knockout. Yeah. 2 losses, both by big way of knockout. So, you've got a guy who can punch but looks a little bit chinny. He's big enough, 6'6". In the video, he I think he's crouching really, because we all know Tyson's only at the most he's 6'7.5". But he looked bigger there. He's not no 6'9". If you look at all these pictures of Tyson Fury, he stands on his tiptoes as well. Whoever he's with, even like much smaller fighters, even women, just to look like he's even taller. The main thing you see, he didn't have an amateur career, or at least nothing that's been recorded. That's Smakici. And, he's got a bunch of guys that, you just don't recognise, Eastern Europeans and things like that. There is Alex Mazakin. He used to be a good amateur, but now it's just a bum journeyman, got killed in one. That's the only name. Oh, Gabriel Nguema, who is from Spain. If you remember, he's nothing special. He's nothing special, but, he'll lose against all the good guys. But I think he went the distance with Johnny Fisher. That's right, he did. He went the distance with Johnny Fisher. And he cut him. So that's just his 2 wins, really. Lenroy Thomas, he carried in 3 losses. Lenroy Thomas is, he's got an okay record. He's Jamaican, he's a bit of a bum. Joe Joyce carried him in 2, He got killed by Brazil, of all people. Yeah, it's not so. But these guys are kind of. He hasn't really fought anyone really dangerous. Well, sorry, he hasn't won against anyone really dangerous, right? Because his 2 losses are Zan Kozłowski, KO'd him in one. Zan can obviously punch, and he was a big prospect until he lost his marble and got disqualified against Efe Ajagba, which is a fight I thought he could win. And then there's Agit Kabayel, who knocked him out in 3 rounds about a year ago. Now, Kabayel has obviously got up in a lot of people's estimations. Like I said, I won money on Kabayel to beat Mahmoudov, Aslanbek Mahmoudov, which was an impressive win. And he looked good in that fight. It wasn't just a good win. Like on paper, he looked good. I hope we can get Agit to move on. But so what we got. Smakici is like, he looks, well, how old is he? I don't know, 33. He's not really going to go anywhere. But as you said, it's just one win or one big payday in the heavyweight division. You can change a lot. But it's a decent good sparring partner, certainly. I'm not quite sure. It can be difficult to find a perfect sparring partner, but I'm not quite sure, right? Why Fury would think he should get a 6'6" sparring partner. It's slightly odd when he's preparing for, what's he shit, 6'2"? Yeah, I think conservative. I think he looks about 6'2". Let's see what he's ranked at. Box rec is not good for heights, by the way. I think they're probably self-reported as well, right? So Smakici is probably not 6'6" at all. He's probably more like 6'4". Yeah, so they reckon Usyk is 6'3" at box rec. I don't know, man. Box rec is notoriously bad for heights. I think not because of box rec, because they're self-reported the heights. So the managers and stuff like that, trainers will report the heights, and they will always exaggerate. Yeah. So probably for the heavyweights especially, you probably have to knock at least an inch off every single fight that's here. But certainly for the heavyweights, you probably need to knock 2 inches off. And I think Usyk is about 6'2". 6'2" and a bit at the best. Like I said, yeah. BoxRec says Tyson Fury is 6'9", which isn't right. We know that's a lie. It's not as bad of a lie as David Diamante, aka David Greenblatt, with his disgusting, stinking dreads, and his penchant for cafe latte drilling. Yeah, he claims he's 6'9" as well. What a moron he is! It's such a lie. But yeah. So what happened in sparring? So apart from the fact he got cut, so there's it's interesting to hear from Smakici. I don't know why it came out so late. This is way after it happened. This has only came out like on Valentine's Day last week. Yeah, and he said firstly he says it was definitely a punch. It was not an elbow. Right. So the official story was it's an elbow. Smakici says no, it wasn't. It was a punch, and in that clip it was a punch, but it was a punch to the chin. So it's all a bit weird. Everyone's contradicting each other. I don't believe what happened. I don't believe it came from that spar. I don't know what happened there, but yeah. I mean they contradict themselves. Oh, it's an accidental elbow, and then think it's not. It definitely wasn't an elbow. I don't care. It's a cut, and that is what it is. But we're getting it again. But no, the main reason I'm going to talk about Smakici was that he said Tyson Fury got fruity with him. Yeah, he got fruity with him. Okay, and how did he get fruity? Well, he started to he allegedly a saucy prank is how the Sun describes it. Yeah, right. Probably tried to grape him. Yeah. Yeah. His saucy prank, apparently he dry humped Agron. I quote here, he thrust his crotch at the backside of his training partner, who had previously sparred with Gage in camps before facing Usyk and Wallin. Okay, so maybe he's using Smakici to get some info, but still. And yes, Smakici looks more like 6'4" than 6'6". So yeah, maybe it's not such a bad choice, but yeah. Apparently, Smakici was like, he was a bit disrespected by pretending to be graped by Tyson Fury, and allegedly after I don't know what do they have to talk about this? After Tyson apparently jokingly, prankingly tried to grape Agron's batte hole in the middle of sparring. He knew it was a prank because he's a very humorous guy, Tyson Fury. And what a great sense of humor. Or just talking about Corey's all the time. Come on, man. But yeah, as Smakici said, he's felt disrespected, and he went in to work harder to show he's not one to be messed with. He did it as a joke, but I didn't take it seriously. I was not angry because he was laughing. He is funny. He is a comedian, says Agron. He made a Corey joke many times. Yeah, he made it a bit more serious. I want to show him what I had, and I don't even know why it's worthy of an article, but you know, the fact that Tyson is pretending to dig out his sparring partner's batty is slightly concerning. Yeah, I mean, it's just a weird thing to do. If I was a heavyweight boxer and therefore seriously in sparring camp, if someone tries to dry hump me, even if in joke, I'm not going to be happy with that. Like, don't you disrespect me, boy? Yeah. I mean, obviously you want the money, but still. So yeah, so Smakici also says, this is his theory, yeah? The reason the sparring was not very good that morning, the timing would happen too early, he reckons. This sounds like the Deontay Wilder of excuses. Yeah? We'd been sparring in the evenings 8 to 9, and suddenly we're sparring at midday and still having breakfast at 11. Well, that's all very well, I get that, but that doesn't cause cuts huh? on a place that doesn't even look like it's been hit, you know? So, I mean, I don't know what that's about. As for the Corey and dry humping, well, we know this is basically Tyson's juvenile humour, or is it more? Is he actually just trying to get Corey talk out there? I think he is. Yeah. That's all we can talk about. Cordes. Yeah. And apparently he was calling Smakici a sausage all the time. Yeah, and then he tried to grape him with his sausage. I mean, I don't know. And people were like, oh, he's just showing he's the boss. It's a dominance thing, like some animal jumping behind another and rumping it, yeah, to show it's a top dog. Even though it's two males. Well, I don't know about that. It's still fruity to me. You don't have to do that. Doesn't matter if you're a comedian. So is Ricky Hatton, you know. So Ricky Hatton's a comedian too, and every one of his sparring partners, if he caught him in bed with his wife, he'd tuck them in. Sick of him, man. Sick of him, yeah. I mean, it might just be like a lie. This Smakici thing, just trying to get his name in the papers, which hopefully I'll be more likely to get sparring work. He's obviously a bit of a pro sparring partner. He's sparred with Gay J. He is sparred with Gay J, and so you know, or you know, he could be doing Fury a favour. You know? Like I'll make it sound not so bad. You know, I caught him with a punch, and oh yeah. You know, Tyson's so funny. He was talking about Corey's again because part of Tyson Fury's not contract but his agreement, right, with the NWO. Why he was let back in the game. You remember he got flushed out of it by the NWO as soon as he beat Klitschko. They attacked him and gang stalked him, but now he seems to have gone over to their side. I hope he can still be saved, but you know, it was probably just another one of his things to get more fruity rainbow Corey talk out. Anyway. Enough of that. At least, hopefully, I'm just hoping people don't put out and we get the fight. Peace.